All right, ready to dive deep into event assistant interview prep.
Sounds good.
We've got a treasure trove of resources from RoleCatcher,
Oh, awesome.
including career guides,
Mm-hmm.
interview guides, and even sample questions.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. To make you feel so prepared,
Okay.
did you practically walk in there and own that interview?
You'll be ready to knock their socks off.
Exactly.
And what I think is really cool is that RoleCatcher's AI can help tailor your answers to specific job roles.
It's almost like having a personal interview coach in your pocket.
It is. It's amazing how AI can analyze job descriptions and suggest keywords
Wow.
that resonate with employers,
Yeah.
helping you present yourself as the ideal candidate.
It really is like having a secret weapon in your job hunting arsenal.
I agree.
But before we get to all that,
Okay.
let's set the stage.
Right.
What exactly does an event assistant do?
Well, RoleCatcher's career guide defines an event assistant as someone who implements and follows plans detailed by event managers and planners.
Okay.
But honestly, it's more than just following instructions.
Right.
You're the one bringing those plans to life,
Yeah.
coordinating all the moving parts to make sure the event runs smoothly.
It's like being the conductor of an orchestra,
Yeah,
making sure all the instruments are in harmony.
definitely.
And speaking of harmony, let's dive into those interview questions.
All right, let's do it.
RoleCatcher has provided us with 10 common questions
Okay,
that are likely to come up.
got it.
And we're not just going to give you surface-level answers.
Yeah.
We'll break down each question,
Okay.
revealing what the interviewer is really looking for,
Yeah.
how to structure your response,
Got it.
and even potential follow-up questions they might hit you with.
Nice.
Okay, let's start with a classic.
Okay.
Describe your experience working in event planning.
A classic.
It seems straightforward, but I bet there's more to it than just listing your previous jobs, right?
Absolutely. This is your chance to showcase your passion and expertise.
Okay.
Don't just recite your resume. Bring your experience to life with vivid examples.
Right.
Like, let's say you organized a fundraiser. Instead of saying, I managed logistics,
Yeah.
you could say, I coordinated a 200-person fundraiser, securing the venue, managing a team of volunteers, and exceeding our fundraising goal by 15%.
Okay. So it's about showcasing quantifiable results
Yes,
and highlighting the skills that make you stand out.
exactly.
Now, I bet the interviewer might follow up with something like, what were some of the challenges you faced in that role, and how did you overcome them?
You nailed it. They want to see how you handle pressure and solve problems.
Right.
Choose an example that demonstrates your resourcefulness and adaptability.
Okay.
Maybe a vendor canceled at the last minute,
Oh, no.
and you had to quickly find a replacement while staying within budget.
Yeah, that's happened to me.
It happens.
So it's about turning those challenges into opportunities to showcase your skills.
Definitely.
Okay, let's tackle another common question. Can you describe a time when you had to deal with a difficult stakeholder during an event?
The dreaded conflict resolution question.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, it's not about bad-mouthing anyone.
Right.
It's about demonstrating your communication and problem-solving skills in a challenging situation.
So how do you approach this one without sounding negative?
Focus on the resolution, not the conflict.
Okay.
For example, you could say, during a conference, a speaker wasn't happy with their presentation slot.
Oh, I've seen that happen.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
I listened to their concerns,
Uh-huh.
explained the scheduling constraints,
Right.
and worked with them to find a solution that accommodated their needs while still adhering to the overall event schedule.
That's a great example. You focused on the positive outcome and highlighted your ability to find a win-win situation.
Exactly.
Now, I bet the interviewer might try to dig a little deeper with a follow-up, like, what did you learn from that experience?
Yes, and that's your chance to show that you're self-aware and continuously learning.
Yeah.
Maybe you realized the importance of clear communication from the outset or discovered a new strategy for managing expectations.
I see.
It shows you're always growing.
Okay, on to another question. How do you prioritize tasks when working on multiple events simultaneously?
Oh, good one.
This is where those organizational superpowers come in handy.
Absolutely. Event assistants are juggling ninjas, often handling multiple projects at once.
Uh-huh.
The interviewer wants to see that you have a system for staying organized and on top of everything.
So how do you effectively convey your organizational prowess?
Be specific.
Okay.
Describe your process.
All right.
Do you use color-coded calendars, to-do lists, project management software?
Yeah, I love those.
Whatever your method, explain it clearly.
Yeah.
You could say, I create a master calendar for all event deadlines, break down projects into smaller tasks, and use a task management app to track progress and ensure nothing falls through the cracks.
That's very clear.
Exactly.
And this is where RoleCatcher's AI can really help, right? It can
Yes.
analyze the job description and suggest specific organizational tools or methodologies
Yeah,
that align with the employer's preferences.
exactly. It's like having a personalized cheat sheet for each interview.
It really is.
Now let's move on to a question that tests your strategic thinking. How do you measure the success of an event?
This one goes beyond just making sure the event runs smoothly.
Right.
It's about understanding the bigger picture.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's about aligning the event with the client's goals.
Yeah.
Whether it's boosting brand awareness, generating leads, or creating a memorable experience, you need to demonstrate that you understand how to measure those outcomes.
So instead of saying everyone had a good time,
Exactly.
you talk about things like attendee satisfaction surveys, social media engagement metrics,
Uh-huh.
or even the number of leads generated.
Precisely. Give them concrete examples.
Yeah.
You could say, for a recent product launch, we measured success by tracking social media mentions, website traffic, and the number of leads captured.
Yeah.
We exceeded our targets in all areas,
Wow.
demonstrating the event's effectiveness in raising brand awareness and generating interest in the new product.
Now, I bet the interviewer might follow up with something like, can you describe a time when an event didn't meet its objectives and what did you learn from it?
That's a tough one, but it's an opportunity to showcase your analytical skills and your ability to learn from setbacks.
Right.
Maybe an event had lower than expected attendance,
Yeah.
and you realize the importance of targeted marketing or a more engaging event program.
That makes sense.
It happens.
Okay, let's dive into another crucial aspect of event planning. How do you manage event budgets?
Okay.
This one requires a balance of financial savvy
Yes.
and creative problem solving.
It does.
You're right on the money. Event assistants often play a role in managing budgets.
Yeah.
So demonstrate your ability to handle finances responsibly and make those dollars stretch.
That's right.
So what's the best way to approach this question?
Be specific. Don't just say you're good with numbers.
Got it.
Instead, walk them through your process. For
Okay.
instance, I begin by meticulously outlining expenses,
Mm-hmm.
then track those expenses using spreadsheets and budgeting software.
Right.
I'm always seeking cost-effective alternatives and prioritize negotiating with vendors to secure favorable rates.
That showcases your organized and resourceful approach to budgeting.
Exactly.
And again, RoleCatcher's AI can help you tailor your answer by suggesting specific budgeting software used by the company, right?
Absolutely. It's like having insider information that gives you a competitive edge.
I love it.
Now, let's move on to a question that tests your ability to handle the unexpected. How do you handle unexpected challenges during an event? Because let's face it, in the world of events, something always seems to go wrong, right?
It's like Murphy's Law is the unofficial motto of event planning.
That's right.
So how do you convince the interviewer that you can handle a crisis without losing your cool?
Focus on your process and mindset.
Okay.
You could say, when faced with a challenge, my first step is to remain calm and assess the situation. I identify the root cause, brainstorm solutions, communicate clearly with my team, and take decisive action.
It's about showing that you're a problem solver who can think on your feet.
Exactly.
Now, I bet they might ask for a specific example.
Oh, yeah.
Like, tell me about a time you had to deal with a major event mishap.
Be ready with a story that demonstrates your quick thinking and resilience.
Okay.
Maybe the keynote speaker got stuck at the airport,
Oh, wow.
and you had to quickly rearrange the program and keep the audience entertained.
You got to think on your feet in this business.
You do.
Okay, let's talk about creating a positive experience for attendees.
Okay.
RoleCatcher's next question is, how do you ensure that all event attendees have a positive experience?
This is all about showcasing your customer service skills and your understanding that a successful event goes beyond just logistics.
So it's about creating a welcoming atmosphere,
Yes.
anticipating needs,
Uh-huh.
and going the extra mile to make sure everyone feels valued.
Exactly. You could say, I believe in being proactive and anticipating attendees' needs, whether it's providing clear signage, having a designated help desk, or simply greeting people with a smile and offering assistance.
And I bet a potential follow-up could be, tell me about a time you went above and beyond to help an attendee.
Right. Have a story ready that highlights your empathy and willingness to go the extra mile.
Yeah.
Maybe you helped a lost attendee navigate the venue,
Right.
assisted someone with accessibility needs, or simply offered a listening ear to someone who was feeling overwhelmed.
Always good to be prepared for those follow-ups.
Definitely.
Okay, let's shift gears and talk about the digital age. The next question on RoleCatcher's list is, can you describe your experience with social media marketing for events?
This is a crucial skill for event assistants, especially in today's digitally driven world.
Yeah.
It's about understanding how to leverage social media to promote the event, engage with attendees, and even create buzz.
So how do you answer this one,
Yeah.
even if you haven't managed large-scale social media campaigns?
Be honest about your experience level,
Right.
but highlight any relevant skills, even if they're from your personal social media use. You could say, I'm adept at crafting engaging content, scheduling posts, using relevant hashtags, and interacting with followers.
Makes sense.
I'm also eager to learn more about using social media analytics to measure event impact.
That shows that you're proactive and willing to learn.
Yes.
And I bet the interviewer might follow up with something like, which social media platforms do you think are most effective for promoting events?
That's where you can showcase your understanding of different platforms and their target audiences.
Right.
You might discuss the visual appeal of Instagram for showcasing event highlights.
Yeah, that's a good one.
The real-time engagement of Twitter, or the professional networking power of LinkedIn.
Those are all great examples.
You want to pick the right one for the job.
Okay, let's move on to another technical aspect of event planning.
Okay.
RoleCatcher's next question is, can you describe your experience with event registration and ticketing systems?
This one is all about your comfort level with the technology used to manage attendee information, ticket sales, and event logistics.
So how do you answer this if you haven't used the specific system mentioned in the job description?
Focus on your transferable skills and your ability to learn new software quickly.
Right.
You could say, while I'm not yet familiar with a specific system, I'm proficient in various event management platforms, and I'm a fast learner when it comes to new software.
That shows that you're adaptable and tech-savvy.
Yes, it does.
Now, I bet they might ask you to describe a time when you had to troubleshoot a technical issue with an event registration system.
It happens.
Yeah.
Be ready with an example that demonstrates your problem-solving skills and your ability to stay calm under pressure.
All right, we're on the home stretch.
Okay.
RoleCatcher's last question is, how do you ensure that events are accessible to attendees with disabilities?
This question speaks to your awareness of inclusivity and your commitment to creating events that are welcoming to everyone.
It's so important to be mindful of accessibility needs.
It is.
How do you showcase your understanding of this aspect of event planning?
Be specific about the steps you take to ensure accessibility.
Got it.
You could say, I always consider accessibility when selecting venues, arranging seating, and providing accommodations like sign language interpreters or wheelchair ramps.
Yeah?
I also communicate clearly with attendees about accessibility features and offer assistance as needed.
That shows that you're proactive and thoughtful about creating inclusive events.
It does.
And I bet a potential follow-up question could be, can you share a specific example of an accommodation you made for an attendee with a disability?
Exactly. Be prepared to share a story that demonstrates your commitment to inclusivity in action.
Wow. We've covered all 10 of RoleCatcher's most common event assistant interview questions.
We have.
I feel like we've given our listener a serious advantage going into that interview.
Absolutely. They're armed with insights, strategies,
Right.
and even AI-powered support to help them craft those perfect answers.
And remember, RoleCatcher's AI can also analyze your answers and provide personalized feedback,
That's right.
helping you refine your responses and boost your confidence.
It's like having a personal interview coach right there in your pocket.
Now, before we move on to the next part of our deep dive,
Okay.
let's take a quick breather
Right.
and reflect on something crucial.
Yeah.
Why does all of this matter?
It's not just about memorizing answers
Right.
or trying to impress the interviewer. It's about showcasing your genuine passion for the world of events.
Yeah.
Your unique skills and your potential to thrive in this exciting industry.
Because at the end of the day, you want to find a job where you can truly shine,
That's right.
where you can contribute your talents, and where you can be part of creating something truly special.
Absolutely.
And that's what makes this interview prep so important.
It is.
It's not just about getting the job.
Right.
It's about finding the right fit for you.
Exactly.
Okay, ready to dive into the next part? of our event assistant journey.
Absolutely. Stay tuned for part 2.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome back. We just equipped you with some powerful strategies to ace those event assistant interview questions.
Now let's shift gears and explore what your journey might look like once you land that dream job.
All right.
Where can this role lead you?
Well, the great thing about the events industry is that it offers so many different paths for growth and specialization.
Oh, I like that.
It's like a sprawling map
Okay.
with exciting destinations in every direction.
I love that analogy. So where do we even begin exploring this map?
RoleCatcher's Career Guide is a fantastic compass for navigating these paths.
All right.
It outlines various career progressions, starting with that natural step up to event coordinator.
Okay, so you're taking on more responsibility, maybe even managing smaller events independently.
Exactly.
What kind of skills would you need to really shine in that role?
Think back to some of the questions we covered in the first part.
Okay.
Remember that one about handling difficult stakeholders?
Yeah.
Those conflict resolution skills become even more critical as you step into a leadership position.
And what about budgeting? Would an event coordinator be managing larger budgets?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You're not just assisting with budget management anymore, you're owning it.
Wow.
Being able to create realistic budgets, track expenses, and make strategic financial decisions is key.
So those financial skills we talked about earlier
Yes.
become even more important as you progress.
Exactly.
What comes after event coordinator? Is that the top of the ladder?
Not even close. From there, you could climb to an event manager position,
Okay.
where you're essentially orchestrating the entire event from start to finish.
Wow, that sounds both exhilarating and a little terrifying. What kind of challenges would an event manager face?
Think about all the moving pieces of an
Right.
event.
Yeah.
Vendors, venues, catering, entertainment, marketing, logistics,
Right.
and of course, the client's expectations.
Of course.
An event manager needs to be a master juggler,
Oh, yeah.
keeping all those balls in the air while maintaining a calm and collected demeanor.
Okay, so you need those organizational skills we discussed earlier,
Yes.
but on a much larger scale.
Yeah.
And you'd be leading a team too, right?
Absolutely. Leadership skills become paramount at this level.
Mhm.
You're not just managing tasks.
Mhm.
You're managing people, motivating them, delegating effectively, and fostering a positive and productive team environment.
So those soft skills, communication,
Right.
teamwork, and the ability to inspire others become just as important as the technical event planning skills.
Exactly.
And for those who really thrive on leadership and strategy,
Yeah.
the journey doesn't end there.
No.
You could even aim for a director of events role,
Okay.
where you're leading an entire team of event professionals and shaping the overall direction of an organization's events.
That's right.
So there's a clear path for upward mobility.
Yes.
But you mentioned specialization earlier.
I did.
Could you elaborate on that?
Absolutely. Let's say you discover that you have a real passion for the technical side of events.
Okay.
You could specialize in event production,
Okay.
focusing on things like lighting, sound staging, and audiovisual equipment.
That sounds pretty cool. You'd be the one creating the atmosphere and the visual spectacle. What other specializations are there?
If you're a people person who thrives on creating memorable experiences,
Yeah.
you could specialize in attendee management.
So that would involve things like registration, check-in,
Yes.
on-site assistance,
Mm.
and ensuring that everyone has a smooth and enjoyable experience.
Exactly. You'd be the face of the event, interacting with attendees, resolving issues, and making sure everyone feels welcome and valued.
And what if you're more drawn to the marketing side of events?
Then specializing in event marketing and promotion might be your calling.
Okay.
You'd be crafting compelling content, managing social media campaigns, developing marketing strategies, and generating buzz to attract attendees.
And this is where those digital marketing skills we talked about earlier
Yes.
become really valuable, right?
Yes.
Knowing how to use different platforms, create engaging content, and track results is essential for event marketing.
Precisely. And remember, RoleCatcher's AI can help you identify potential specializations that align with your skills and interests.
It's like having a career counselor who can analyze your strengths and suggest paths you might not have even considered.
I agree.
Now, let's talk about something that's crucial for any career path,
Okay.
professional development. How can event assistants invest in their growth and stay ahead of the curve?
Continuous learning is key
Right.
in the ever-evolving world of events.
Yeah.
RoleCatcher's Career Guide offers several valuable suggestions.
Okay, let's unpack those. What's the first step?
Staying informed about industry trends is paramount.
Okay.
Attending industry conferences, workshops, or even online webinars can expose you to new ideas, technologies, and best practices.
And what about certifications?
Yes.
Are there specific certifications that are valuable for event assistants?
Absolutely. The Certified Meeting Professional, CMP designation, is highly respected in the industry,
Okay.
demonstrating your knowledge and expertise in meeting planning and management.
Hmm.
There's also the Certified Special Events Professional, CSEP certification,
Okay.
which focuses on social and corporate events.
And what about networking?
Networking is essential.
Yeah.
Building relationships with other event professionals can open doors to new opportunities, mentorship, and valuable insights.
Right.
Attending industry events, joining professional organizations, and even connecting with people on LinkedIn
Yeah.
can expand your network and your knowledge base.
So it's not just about what you know.
Right.
It's about who you know and who knows you.
That's right.
And what about building a portfolio? Is that something event assistants should focus on?
Definitely. A portfolio showcases your work, your creativity, and your ability to produce successful events. Include photos of events you've worked on, testimonials from clients,
Right.
and even case studies that highlight your accomplishments.
It's like a visual resume that brings your experience to life.
Exactly.
And in today's digital world,
Yeah.
having an online presence is crucial. Right.
Absolutely. Create a professional website or LinkedIn profile to showcase your skills and experience.
Okay.
Share industry articles, engage in discussions, and position yourself as a thought leader in the event space.
And this is where RoleCatcher's AI can be incredibly helpful, right? It can analyze your skills and experience and suggest relevant professional development opportunities, like specific courses or certifications that align with your career goals.
Exactly. It's like having a personalized career coach who can guide your development and help you reach your full potential.
So we've covered a lot of ground in this episode, from mastering interview questions to exploring career paths and professional development opportunities.
We have.
I feel like our listeners have a solid foundation for not just landing that event assistant job, but thriving in their careers.
I agree. They're equipped with knowledge, strategies, and AI-powered support to navigate this exciting and ever-evolving industry.
Okay, before we wrap up part 2,
All right.
let's leave our listeners with a final inspiring thought.
As you embark on your journey as an event assistant, remember this. You're not just planning logistics. You're creating experiences.
Oh, I like that.
You're bringing people together, sparking connections, and making memories that will last a lifetime.
That's a beautiful way to put it. Welcome back to the Deep Dive. We've covered a ton of ground, from nailing those interview questions
Right.
to mapping out potential career paths
Uh-huh.
and even diving into professional development.
It's been a journey.
But we've saved some of the juiciest insights for last.
Oh, really? I'm intrigued.
Think of this as the bonus round,
Okay.
where we unearth those hidden gems that can really give you an edge in the event industry.
I'm ready.
Okay, I'm all ears. What's first on our treasure hunt?
Let's talk about something that can be a game changer when you're searching for jobs online.
Oh, wait.
Alternative job titles.
Oh, yeah, I've definitely run into that.
You search for event assistant,
Right.
and you get a bunch of results that don't quite fit.
It's so frustrating.
That's where RoleCatcher comes in, with its amazing list of alternative titles.
Okay.
It's like having a secret decoder ring for job postings.
Okay, spill the secrets.
Yeah.
What are some of these alternative titles we should be on the lookout for?
Well, some titles highlight very specific responsibilities.
Right.
Instead of event assistant, you might see event logistics coordinator or conference registration manager.
So it's about understanding the nuances of those titles and how they relate to different aspects of event planning.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Some titles emphasize the creative side of the role, like event design assistant or experiential marketing coordinator.
Ooh, those sound intriguing. It's a reminder that event planning is about creating memorable experiences, not just checking off logistical boxes.
Exactly.
Anything else that surprised you?
I was fascinated by the title, Corporate Event Specialist.
Oh, interesting.
It highlights how experience in the events industry can translate beautifully into the corporate world.
So knowing these alternative job titles can open up a whole new world of possibilities.
It can.
It's like expanding your search radius and
Mhm.
uncovering hidden opportunities.
Exactly. It's all about being savvy with your job search and understanding the language of the industry.
Now, let's shift gears and talk about something that can be a superpower in any career: transferable skills.
Ooh, good one.
I've always been curious about that. How can the skills you develop as an event assistant be applied to other fields?
RoleCatcher's Career Guide has a fantastic section on this.
Okay.
And it's eye-opening.
Yeah.
It highlights how those core skills we've been talking about, communication, organization, problem-solving, time management, budgeting,
Yeah.
are in high demand across various industries.
Those are like the Swiss Army knife of skills.
Exactly.
They're essential in almost any profession.
Exactly. And RoleCatcher specifically points out how these skills can be leveraged in fields like marketing,
Okay.
project management, public relations, human resources, and even entrepreneurship.
Wow, that's a wide range.
Yeah.
So even if someone decides that event planning isn't their ultimate passion,
Right.
the skills they've honed can open doors to a whole new world of possibilities.
Precisely. It's like having a passport to a diverse career landscape.
Now, are you ready for a peek into some related careers?
I am. Let's do it.
I love exploring different options and seeing where those paths might lead.
Well, RoleCatcher's related careers section is like a treasure map,
Okay.
pointing you to all these exciting possibilities within the event ecosystem.
Okay, lead the way. What are some of the careers that might spark our listeners' interest?
If you have a knack for logistics and a passion for creating flawless experiences, you might be drawn to venue management.
So you'd be overseeing the operations of a specific venue,
Yeah.
ensuring everything runs smoothly from setup to breakdown.
Exactly. You'd be managing staff, coordinating with vendors, ensuring safety protocols are in place,
Yeah.
and creating a seamless experience for event organizers and attendees.
What if you're more drawn to the creative side of events?
Then a career as an event designer might be a perfect fit.
You'd be transforming spaces with decor, lighting,
Yes,
and those amazing visual elements that create that wow factor.
you got it. Event designers are the artists of the event world, using their creativity and vision to bring concepts to life.
Okay, that one's going on my list of dream jobs.
Hmm.
What else is on this treasure map?
If you love the challenge of bringing people together and creating a buzz,
Okay.
consider becoming a conference organizer.
So you'd be responsible for planning and executing those large-scale conferences,
Right.
managing speakers,
Yeah.
coordinating logistics,
Yes.
and ensuring a seamless experience for attendees.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Conference organizers are the masterminds behind those knowledge-sharing events that bring industries together.
Okay, one last question before we wrap up.
All right.
RoleCatcher has this amazing external resources section
Oh, I love that section.
that's packed with links to industry organizations, publications, and even government resources.
Wow.
It's like a one-stop shop for anyone serious about a career in events.
It's an incredible resource. I was particularly impressed by the links to professional organizations like the International Live Events Association, ILAA, and Meeting Professionals International, MPI.
Those are like the VIP clubs of the event world. Joining those organizations can provide access to networking opportunities, professional development resources, and even industry certifications.
And don't forget about those valuable government resources, like the Occupational Outlook Handbook from the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
It provides insights into job outlook, salary expectations, and even tips for breaking into the field.
It's like having a crystal ball that can help you make informed decisions about your career path.
It is.
So as you can see, RoleCatcher doesn't just help you prepare for interviews.
Right.
It equips you with the knowledge and resources to navigate the entire event industry landscape.
I agree.
It's like having a personal guide and mentor by your side,
Yeah.
helping you explore possibilities, develop your skills, and ultimately find your place in this exciting world.
I think that's a great way to put it.
And as we wrap up this deep dive into the world of event assistance, remember that the journey doesn't end here.
It doesn't.
The event industry is dynamic, constantly evolving, and full of opportunities for those who are passionate, creative, and driven to succeed.
I agree.
So embrace the challenges, celebrate the successes, and never stop learning and growing.
And who knows, maybe one day you'll be orchestrating those star-studded galas or those iconic music festivals.
Yeah, the possibilities are endless.
They are.
Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the world of event assistance. We hope you feel inspired, empowered, and ready to create unforgettable experiences.
I think we've given them the tools to do just that.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep diving deep.